Look what I got today. A towel. And I have been doing very, very good with this towel. Okay. I was gonna get one, but people act like I ain't knew how to get a towel. I know how to get a towel. I didn't want no towel right then. But I got my towel now. What's up, y'all? Y'all come on in. Give y'all a couple of minutes to come on in. Hopefully y'all can see me. Hopefully y'all can see me. All right, y'all. What's up, y'all? This your boy Gerald Jackson from the North Carolina Beat. Hey, what's up, Coco? Live here in New York City in Lower Manhattan. Uh, I'm in my little corner. Okay, there's a lot of stuff going on out here, so I'm in my little corner. Okay, I come down here to work. You know what I'm saying? Just a lot going on, but I'm in my little corner over here. To give y'all some updates on this morning before the jury came inside of the courtroom. Okay, now many of you don't know Sean Diddy Combs, Puff Daddy, P Diddy. Y'all know who he is. He is currently on federal trial right now for racketeering, conspiracy, sex trafficking by force, coercion, and fraud. And he's also hit with transportation to engage in, you know, prostitution. Now, y'all already know well, I ain't gonna say me. I ain't gonna say me. But that's what these hoes do. That's what these hoes do. These hoes travel around the world, set up cameras, and so what's the difference between? And now I'm not on Diddy's side. I'm just trying to make some sense of all this stuff. What up, y'all? What's the difference from Diddy setting up cameras for his freak offs than the porn stars that's on OnlyFans setting up their cameras to for everybody fuck? And but the sad problem is that Diddy is the only one on trial. All these girls, Cassie, Jane, you know, all these people also set up these freak offs, and Diddy is the only one charged. He's the only one on trial. Y'all are what they say, unindicted co-conspirators. I just don't understand. But anyways, um, so this morning, Combs' defense team, um, Estavo had tried to slip in some last-minute messages between Cassie and Combs, claiming that they showed that their sexual relationship was consensual, and she even initiated. Now, that's the problem that I think people don't understand is that this stuff is not all Diddy, 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 Diddy. It's not all Diddy. Can y'all hear me? Hold on. It's not. Let me put these two plats up here real quick. It's not all Diddy, 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 Diddy. You know what I'm saying? Like people want you to, people want you to, believe it is. It's not. Okay. So, anyways, let's try to get through this. Okay. So, like I said, this morning they wanted to introduce some messages between Cassie and Combs that show a sexual relationship between the two, and that she even initiated, and she did, according to the text messages. Okay, now the judge did deny them allowing it come in, but he did have a change of mind on some of the stuff. Okay, now Diddy's attorneys tried to submit the text where Cassie had told Diddy she wanted to be his little freak, and even went to go buy some baby oil. Okay, because she couldn't help herself. Now, this is what's in the text messages that the defense is trying to get the judge to allow in. Now, the judge did overrule on some of the motions that the defense had. Like Cassie asking for an explicit photo and saying she could freak off without drugs, but he also blocked others, like her asking for money and decorating a hotel room for Diddy on Valentine's Day. So the judge said it was hearsay and it was too far back in 2017 for it to be relevant in this case today. Okay. Now, basically, what Diddy's lawyers were doing today, this morning, before the jury came in, they are trying to show that these freak offs, okay, that the prosecution has leveled or made allegations against Sean Diddy Combs, they're trying to show that they were mutual and not forced, okay? Especially when Cassie was clearly participating and she was planning them, okay? She was participating and she was planning them, all right? Um, and so, but the prosecution is trying to say it's not about this kinky couple stuff. It's about a pattern of manipulations, drugs, and sex trafficking. You know, they are, they trying their hardest to get a conviction. and they may get a conviction. They may get a conviction because black men don't, you know, have a chance that much in the criminal justice system. Okay, now don't forget that Diddy is charged with racketeering conspiracy. Okay, they're trying to say that he turned his Bad Boy Entertainment into a criminal ring, a crime ring. Okay, he's also charged with 2 counts of sex trafficking, which I told y'all earlier, where they're claiming he forced women into sex acts through threats and drugs. Okay, and remember, they were trying to show text messages that Cassie uh, could do drugs. I mean, could do a freak off without even using drugs. Okay, so it's more about these freaky texts. It's about power control and whether Diddy had used his empire to exploit people. Can y'all hear me? Can I don't want to get my white beater dirty. Hold on. All right, hold on, y'all. Not a sweat coming. You see, it lasted a good little while. Okay, so um, anyways, that's I mean, they are just trying to show all types of different types of evidence to prove and to show that this girl Cassie wanted this. This was consensual. She went to go buy baby oil, and that's my thing about this whole thing. When you really pay attention to this case and you really listen to the evidence and you really see the evidence, y'all, this is just about freaky ass people, like freaky ass people. Now, the video of you know um Diddy, jumping, attacking Cassie, assaulting Cassie. That video is to try to prove the force, or the coercion, all of that stuff. But this case is, I don't know, this case is very different because it's all about sex stuff. You get what I'm saying? And I just kind of feel like this is just my personal opinion, y'all. Okay, this just to me it feels like, and this is just my opinion based off what I saw, or what I'm hearing and what I'm seeing, is that um it's really, y'all, it's all about sex. Like, it's, I don't understand. That's just like if I me, and it may be illegal. If somebody out here, you know, selling ass, which it is illegal, right? But this is not a normal like sex trafficking case if you ask me. Normally the sex trafficking cases that I see is people being like, they don't know each other, they don't have a lot of different type of conversations, and if they do have conversations, it's not conversations like Cassie and Diddy, it's not conversations like Diddy and all these other people are having. I just feel like that, and this is just me being honest, I'm not on nobody's side, y'all, but I cannot ignore the fact that this just seems like it's a money grab, and it's just, we want to put Diddy away because everybody do this stuff. You get what I'm saying? Everybody do this stuff, and they're making it a big deal. And the question becomes, will they do this to the porn stars? Because them people hook up and do content all the time. It's all over Twitter. The feds see it all the time. They don't try to investigate them. They don't try to track their IP. They don't try to get search warrants for Twitter and OnlyFans to try and find out where they live and investigate them for sex trafficking and prostitution, transported prostitution, because that's what everybody is doing. And as a rich person in this world, a black rich man, when you fall out with people or you break up with somebody, they always want to come up and try to say, oh, you did this, you did that, you did, and it's not even that. And then you have to go through this system that's already leveled against black men. You have to go through this system, and then you have to try to fight your way out. You got to make the jury believe that this stuff is not true. You get what I'm saying? And it's just it's mind-boggling, to be honest with you. um but that's a little update from today in court. They are still in court, and the defense is crossing Mr. Joseph, who the Homeland Security agent who's been on the stand since Friday. And like I told y'all, the prosecution was beating the videos in the jury's head, beating the videos. Some of them was sleep. I told y'all about one man was writing and looking up at the videos, and one juror was turned to the side with his back facing the gallery with the headphone on. It just seemed like they didn't want to be there yesterday. Today is going to be a lot more interesting because Sean Diddy Combs' defense team will put on a defense, but they will have no witnesses. No witnesses. What they're going to do is use evidence that's already in evidence, and it's going to be interesting to see that they do have a Rule 29 motion. The Rule 29 motion is a directed verdict. They want the judge to find Sean Diddy Combs not guilty of all of these charges because they believe that the jury cannot come to a clear, concise decision on innocent or guilt based off of the evidence that has been presented. Now, if you ask me, if I was on the jury with the information and evidence, it would be hard for me to throw Diddy in jail. That's just me. Because as men and women, you got to start taking accountability for the stuff that you do. You get what I'm saying? I'm telling you, I tell people all the time, do not come to my blog asking me to do those stories for you if you ain't got no proof, no receipt, or any of that. Because I don't want to be a publication that just recklessly, put people information out or put stuff out that's not even true. You ain't finna sue me and take the little bit of coins that I got, okay? Because the federal government is about to take Diddy's coin if he is convicted. But I heard it's in his mama name, everything in his mama name, but we don't know. But you know, so basically, the judge overruled some of the objections that the prosecutors had on messages coming in. And then the judge did see where Diddy was basically asking Cassie, what are you going to do for me? She said, I'm going to be your little freak. Okay. The prosecution did not want those tests to come in because they feel like it's just couples and relationship type stuff and it doesn't prove a crime. Duh. Duh. But it's okay for y'all to put stuff in when Cassie's not having a good day or this is this. I mean, I just don't understand. You get what I'm saying? I mean, y'all, what about the evidence of her saying, I want to be your little freak? I'm gonna go get the baby oil. Like, how can a prosecution put on a case without including this? So the defense job is to cast doubt. Look at this proof right here. Jury, do you believe Cassie? Do you believe Cassie Ventura was a victim of sex trafficking, or you believe that she wanted it? Because let me tell you something. Yes. Being that y'all already knew what he wanted, you might get beat. Leave. When you go out to the grocery store to go or to go pick up some baby oil, leave. Leave. Go about your life. Leave everything and leave. You can get that. You can get that later. You get some clothes. You get some more shoes. Women have to learn how to free themselves. And we all stay in relationships longer than we should. You get what I'm saying? But I just want to sum it up, y'all, let y'all know what was going on. The judge did allow some of it in. Let me see. Now, when the prosecution, when Diddy's attorneys was telling the judge, we want this in because this is where she says she wanted to be his little freak, right? Okay. And then she goes out and buy baby oil because she just couldn't help herself. So the prosecution said flat out that it was irrelevant, right? They always want to say shit is irrelevant, okay, when it don't, fit their case or their narrative, okay? The prosecution said it was just sex between a couple. This is what I want. So anyways, y'all, that's what's going on. I'll be a lot more live this week. Today's starts a better day. We get to hear what the defense has to say. Okay, so y'all make sure you keep it locked right here. There's other content creators out here. Let me see. Hey, Valentine. I've been here since the beginning. I mean, but this is my thing. I mean, I just don't think if this was a regular person, it would be this. It would be like this. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it would be that far or whatever. But let me see. Now, as it relates to the baby oil, now the judge did say that it sounded like a freak off, okay? And he's only just going off based off what the prosecution has presented in the case. But at the end of the day, that's basically what happened this morning. I believe they're on probably going on lunch in a few moments, but basically the defense just wanted to get text messages in to show the jury that these messages were shows that it was consensual. It wasn't by force. Diddy did not force this. This shows a girl, Cassie, who was in a relationship with this man, wanting to do a freak off, wanting to be the freak. But the question is, why? Why did you want to be his little freak? Why did you do more than a girlfriend should have? You get what I'm saying? Like, why? I mean, but again, y'all give a thumbs up to the video. They're not even on trial, and they set up thing. How you gonna charge a man for freak offs, setting up freak offs, buying baby oil, planning freak offs, and you got all these other ladies setting up freak offs, paying for free. I mean, not paying for freak offs, buying baby oil, paying for freak, you know. And Diddy is the only person on trial. I mean, it's just sad. And like I was telling somebody earlier today, it's so crazy that we've been hearing all this stuff about Diddy for all of these years, right? And you get here to this trial, and it's really nothing. Like it's like all of this stuff is about sex. Haven't really seen any real thing as it relates to sex trafficking. Now, the prosecution gonna always say, "Oh yeah, you know, he's an evil person. He's an evil person." But as a juror, I mean, or someone listening to the gallery, it's so hard to convict a person and say that this person solely did this sex trafficking, racketeering conspiracy, transporting to engage in prostitution. It's so hard to really send a person to prison. And I'm gonna just give my just my opinion. It's so hard to send a man to prison, being that there's also messages that they wanted it. You get what I'm saying? Like it's hard. Like so, the jury's gonna have a hard time saying who do we believe. Now, the burden of proof is on the prosecution, the government. The government, is already trying to say um, that these were criminal. The freak offs was criminal. Um, but I just find it so hard. Hello, I find it so hard, y'all. It's so I did not know so many people know me out, but it's so hard to just try to convict someone based off what the prosecution is saying and totally ignore the fact that they wanted it, they were engaged in it, and all this stuff. I just feel like it's just I just feel like you really shouldn't send a man. I just feel like everybody got their Diddy can't harm her anymore. I mean I don't know. I feel bad for anybody who I feel bad for anybody if he gets found not guilty, because a lot of people have been talking shit, a lot of people have been really going in, and I know the victims will be worried. That's why I feel like that. Part of me feel like he's going to get off, and then part of me feel like he's going to get something. If the definition, if the federal definition of what I explained to y'all that the average Joe does and the porn stars do, fly people in from different states, pay them money, and then do freak offs and shit. It's called content creating for them. It's called collaborations. If they are going to convict him off of that, I just feel like that's just messed up, because everybody does it. You know what I'm saying? But everybody don't have a name like Diddy, and everybody don't have Diddy money. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like it's crazy. I've been here since uh so they had a psychologist, I believe, talk about how these, but this is the thing, Kelly. This is the thing. This is the thing. This is the thing. This is the thing, Kelly. I understand that. I definitely do understand that. I definitely do understand that. But we also have to talk about the psychological. Wait, what? We have no relationship. Everyone knows you. Oh, thank you so much. But the psychological, mental, or whatever this has, caused her. I feel like, where was this stuff at when y'all was doing stuff? You get what I'm saying? We can't be claiming mental illness, and I'm not saying that she's claiming mental illness, but I do know that psychologists came on the stand and testified answer some of my questions, why they stay there, why they do this and why they do that. But then as a defense attorney, I would be like, well, what about these times? Were you like that with, And my thing is that they all had a chance to leave. Nobody made you stay. Like, come on. What makes you more safe now with the federal government, or what makes you more safe from all them years that y'all wasn't together before the lawsuit was filed, before all this stuff came, you know, um, out about Diddy, right? What, like, I'm just trying to find the motive of all of this stuff. You get what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, that's what happened this morning. I'll be able to give y'all a lot more when the defense gets up. I'm sick of the prosecution already. You get what I'm saying? I'm sick of the prosecution. Okay, I'm just sick of the prosecution already. Okay, but at the end of the day, every time the defense bring out something, it shows the victims not in a good light. It don't really show them as victims. You get what I'm saying? It's like everybody is all good and sane and know this and know that, can do this and do that, until you try to get somebody in trouble. And then then you got to call these doctors and these psychiatrists in the courtroom to testify why this, why this, why this. When the jury could be saying, girl, you could have been left. You didn't want to leave. I don't want to hear I don't want to hear what that psychiatrist got to say. She ain't nothing wrong with her. She knew what she was doing. You get what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? But because he's been charged, everybody want to make it seem like that. Freak offs, because that's all it's about. Freak offs. Diddy should be held accountable for what he did to Cassie. He should. But when you talk about racketeering and all of this stuff, and this using his bad boy entertainment to run a criminal enterprise and all of this stuff, people just don't believe that the prosecution met their burden yet. Okay. I mean, Sherry, I know about mental health. I know some of y'all fake mental health too. So I don't have to learn shit. Okay. I mean, I don't have to learn nothing. Okay, defense is really great with raising. Yeah, the defense is really good with raising a lot of doubt. Raising a lot of doubt. What I'm saying, they could have, first of all, when Cassie saw Kim Porter getting her ass beat, girl, that was your time to fucking leave. Y'all wanted Diddy's money. Y'all wanted Diddy's money. Y'all wanted the benefits. Y'all wanted everything that he could give you. And then when y'all get heartbroken and you do this and you find out this, I don't know why y'all trying to make these people seem like they victims. These are not victims. They are unindicted co-conspirators. Let's keep it real. Keep it real. I know about mental health. Okay, y'all be faking the fucking phone. Ain't nothing wrong with you. You know how to suck this good. You know that good. You know how to lie on people. You know how to rob people. You know how to do this. But then when somebody offend you or somebody do something to you, all of a sudden it's mental illness. Oh, the psychiatrist. Girl, shut up. Like, get the fuck up out of here before you get roasted and toasted. Okay. Yeah, Shani, like, she's not a victim. This is just people trying to. You already got 20 minutes. This is just people. Listen, when you come down here to the courthouse and you listen to the evidence, or you follow a real reputable outlet, they will. I mean, come on. The mainstream media outlet can't tell you this. They can't tell you this. They have to be biased. Everything has to be against Diddy, against Diddy, against. And that's why you have a lot of content creators out here, because some of them are given unbiased reporting, and some of them have chosen sides. I have not chosen sides. I am in the middle, but the prosecution has not given me anything to work with to say, yeah, Diddy, you going down. Other than, especially with all these freak offs, you know what I'm saying. But if flying people in to fuck and that's what they do for a living, porn stars. I mean, I don't know. I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, y'all just think about it. You get what I'm saying? Just think about it. So, but if the jury, whatever the jury decides, I'm not gonna say all juries are good, because we saw what that jury did to those black boys down there that beat Tyree Nichols. We saw that jury let them go, and we saw the video. So we know all verdicts from jurors are not always right. Period. Okay, and they can have 100 instructions in there and still don't understand what's going on. Okay, so I just wanted to come on to kind of give y'all a little update about what was going on this morning. I'll be back live after lunch to give y'all an update on the afternoon session. Okay, because from my understanding, The defense only had like an hour left for the prosecution witness, Mr. Joseph, the Homeland Security agent that's been testifying since last Friday. Um, so we gonna see, Miss Valentine. We gonna see. We gonna see. Yeah, they grown. Like, come on. Like, come on. At what point? Like, come on. Like, come on. As women, stop allowing men to treat you bad, and you continue to be with them. Like, come on, you got to, at some point you got to grow up, and at some point you got to choose better, and at some point you got to love yourself more than you love, other people. And if Diddy was a regular person without money, without all this stuff, I'm sure they would have been walked out. You know what I'm saying? And men that has money, that got a lot of money, be careful, because people are out to get you. And let me just say that they, not everybody, but most of the time they are. I love you too, Valentine. We're gonna agree to disagree. Um, but it is right. Coco. That is true. That is true. Now, based off let me say this, based off the federal statute and the law, they got him. They do. But this is the problem. This is a tricky thing. Jurors don't always go off of jury instructions. Jurors, whatever those jurors say, that's it. They can go in there and say that the law says that based off this, that the state, that the government has met their burden of proof. They can go in there and they can literally say you did not, although they did, because they may feel like how me and some other people feel, that y'all also was in it. I'm not about to convict a man and y'all was in it. Y'all was engaging in it. Y'all was out there, and I'm sure the jurors are watching the live broadcast, and the people, I'm sure they're on their phones, they're watching, they're trying to get points for people, because jurors don't always follow the law. They don't. They don't. They don't. The judge charged them, give them instructions, and sometimes they don't follow it. They do what they want to do, and they are allowed to do that. They may interpret the law like that. They may say, "No, we ain't convicting him," but it's up to them. They can read the instructions and see if they met their case or whatever, or not. But the prosecution and defense will have 4 hours to give their closing arguments to the jury. Okay. So, anyways, I just wanted to come up here. Look at what Tyler Perry going through, though. Right, exactly. And I feel like it's so crazy how, like, people can have relationships. Like, people can talk to people. Like, it'd be so wrong that you up here and you want to get to know somebody, you want to talk to somebody and do this stuff or whatever, and they do all this stuff. But when you go down into the documents and read what Tyler Perry, read that stuff, it's a lot, But I just want to see some proof. You know what I'm saying? Because, like I said, out of all these years I've been on this earth, I ain't never heard no allegation like this from Tyler Perry. And I think somebody would have been come forward a long time ago. Okay. But we gonna see. Casey Anthony's case is the perfect example. Her defense put doubt in the juror's mind and got her off. Exactly. Those jurors in that Karen Reed case asked a lot of questions about instructions before they reached that verdict. Yeah, because sometimes it's not simplistic. Like, they use a lot of legal terms, a lot of legality, a lot of legal terms and stuff like that. So, it's really not. It's 104 y'all in here, and it's only 44 likes. Y'all come on, get these likes up. Um, so anyways, y'all, that's what happened this morning. I'll kind of give y'all an update in a few on what happened in court today with the defense questioning Mr. Joseph, the Homeland Security agent. But everybody is ready to hear this directed verdict motion. Everybody is ready to hear the defense side. We're already anticipating, so a lot more stuff coming. Yeah, I got water right here. A lot more coming for y'all. So y'all keep it locked right here. And I appreciate y'all for tuning in. All right. I'm just getting here, y'all. So I'm at the end of the trial. Everybody else, I'm been here forever. So I'm just getting here. Okay. So I'll check back in with y'all in a little bit. All right.